Have you ever had a tune-up before? Hi everyone, welcome back to another Scotty Karate video. So today we're going to be talking about the classic tune-up. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, have you ever been in class and seen someone just being a jerk? Doing something they're not supposed to, not following directions, maybe going too hard during sparring? I mean, if you haven't, you will. There's always that one guy. You're like doing sparring, your instructor's saying go at like quarter power, quarter speed, half power. And you're doing it on purpose because you're training. You're not actually fighting. You're doing a training, simulation, trying to go through, if I punch, do a high punch. It opens up my ribs. Now he has my ribs. Okay, how do I block that? Now I'm going to change. That's what it's for. It's not to test if you're a good fighter or not. It's to learn. That's what most training is. So you'll have those people that kind of get, butthurt, frankly, where they'll get in there and they're just absurd. They get upset. They get frustrated. Maybe they're not doing as well as they thought they were. Maybe, they came in with an ego and now they're getting messed up. They're, being outclassed, whatever. And they start going hard. So they start basically fighting. They get to where they're closer to full on, I'm going to hurt you, versus I'm here training. We're just going a little bit tough. And you'll see them where they'll do that. And usually what'll happen, just so you know, you'll have a student, if it's two students, let's pretend middle ranks, green, blue belts area. They're going at it. One is very aggressive, way too aggressive. Student addresses, hey man, you're going super hard. Can you back it down? Don't want you to hurt me. Don't want to get hurt here. We don't want to fight. And if that doesn't stop it, which a lot of times it does, mind you, because most people just get out of control and they're just in the moment. You're like, oh my God, I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't realize it's going that hard. My bad. Then you have the tool that just won't. He just wants to hurt. He's wanting to for whatever reason. Then the student takes it to the instructor. Hey, instructor, other students being very aggressive. He's not going at 50%. He's going close to 100. He's actually hurting. He's trying to hurt, whatever. Then usually what will happen is the instructor may talk to that student. Say, hey, it sounds like you're going a little hard. Try and back it off a little bit. Also, sometimes that works. But yet again, we're talking about the guy that needs the tune-up. So if the instructor sees that the guy hasn't dialed it down like he should, usually what will happen is the instructor will then jump in and he'll say, okay, now you're with me. And the instructor will be going with that student that's going too rough. And what will happen is either he'll be outclassed again, obviously, because the instructor is going to be better than them in most days. And they'll probably amp back up. And once they amp up, the instructor will do what I like to call a tune-up. It's what we call it. And what they'll do is they'll dump them. They'll choke them out. They'll do something to show the other person that they aren't near as good as they think they are, and that they need to back down. So in, say, jiu-jitsu, that might be just submitting them 3 or 4 times. Bam! Just making them look like an amateur, just, choking them out left and right. Putting it on them, as it were. And then they might back off to make it more normal. Karate, we usually dump them. So what do I mean by that? It depends on the scenario. It depends on what you're doing at the time when they go too aggressive. But for example, if it's sparring, we'll get in there, start going at it, doing our thing. That person gets a little aggressive, address it. They stay aggressive, we dump them. So they'll start getting aggressive, grab, slam them to the ground. Do the throw. Do it fairly aggressively, enough to jog some sense into them, as it were. And we do that on purpose because we want them to not get hurt. That's not the goal. The goal is to give them that reality check of, wah! And then we come in and go, you okay? You sure you want to keep going at this level? Because you go hard, I go hard. Might be something to think about. Usually that's the reality check most people need. And one of two things usually happens. One, the person goes, oh, okay, crap. That's not what I thought was going to happen at all. Maybe I need to cool my jets. Or 2, they leave. Now, honestly, most people leave Because if they're that person anyway, where they're already amping up and they're getting to the point where they want to fight and they want to prove themselves, in a traditional martial art where we're not in a ring fighting every day and training like that, that's not what we do. So because of that, they're putting themselves, the students, the instructors, the school, everybody at risk because they're wanting to feed an ego that doesn't need to be fed. So, like I said, they'll either have the reality check and calm down, or they'll leave. Either way, you win. If they calm down, you might have a good student that knows how to amp up now and might be able to defend themselves. If they don't and they leave, you just got rid of a problem that was going to probably hurt somebody in the long run. And as an instructor, there's nothing harder than to see someone get hurt and not be an accident, not like they slipped or tripped or, all the things that happen. They broke a toe because the mat caught it and blah, blah. But like truly, the other person's just going so hard that they can't not get hurt. You know what I mean? They got hurt because of that. So you have to tune them up. You have to put that hurt on them so they understand the situation. They understand they can't do that. And more importantly, that you're not going to put up with it. So if you're an instructor and you've never had to do a tune-up, be prepared, because it happens to everybody. You're going to have, you just can't have this many people coming into a dojo starting and not have that ego happen at least once. If you're a student, know that most instructors know how to tune you up. They know how to put the hurt on you just enough to cause you to question your actions. So understand that and you'll be fine. But that's the tune-up. It's short and simple, just putting the hurt on somebody just enough for them to know you're serious and that their behavior is unacceptable. So what did you think of today's video? Please, if you please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell in the corner so you know when my videos are posted. And as always, the more you train, easier the fight.